Ford built the 7.3-liter Godzilla V8 to move heavy loads, not break records. But somebody forgot to tell the tuners. What started as a commercial-grade truck engine has quietly become one of the most exciting forced induction platforms in American performance history. And the numbers are getting absolutely insane. The Godzilla V8 arrived in Ford's 2020 Super Duty lineup with one job: survive punishment. Ford engineers designed it around a cast-iron block, a forged crankshaft, massive bore spacing, and a pushrod layout that prioritized strength over complexity. The cylinder heads flowed exceptionally well from the factory. The torque numbers were enormous right out of the box. Ford never marketed it as a performance engine. They built it for contractors, farmers, and fleet operators. But when the aftermarket community got their hands on it, everything changed. What makes this engine so special is what it brings before any modifications happen. Displacement solves problems that smaller engines struggle with even under heavy boost. The Godzilla starts at 7.3 liters, which means forced induction does not have to work as hard to generate massive power. You do not need extreme boost pressure when you are already starting with that much cubic inches. Lower boost means lower heat, better street manners, and a longer engine life. The platform essentially arrived ready for forced induction. Without knowing it, engine builders began comparing the Godzilla to the legendary big block V8s of the muscle car era. Except this engine comes with modern fuel injection, electronic management, and factory reliability built right in. That combination is rare, and the performance world noticed quickly. Supercharging this engine unlocks something completely different. Bolt on a root-style blower, and the throttle response becomes immediate, almost violent. Torque arrives before your foot finishes pressing the pedal. The driving experience transforms into something that feels closer to a top fuel exhibition than a daily driver. Except, it still starts every morning without drama. Whipple and Eaton-based designs are among the most popular choices for truck builds, off-road monsters, and drag applications, because low-end torque is exactly what those vehicles need most. Centrifugal supercharger kits take a different approach entirely. Boost builds gradually as engine speed rises, delivering massive peak horsepower rather than instant grunt. Companies like ProCharger have built serious followings in the Godzilla community, with setups that push incredible top-end numbers while staying manageable during normal driving. Both approaches work, but they serve different purposes depending on what the builder wants from the final product. The question every enthusiast asks is how much power the stock bottom end can actually survive. Most experienced builders agree the cast iron block handles boost far better than comparable aluminum block engines. 700 horsepower is considered relatively comfortable territory for the stock internals. 800 horsepower is achievable with careful calibration. Push past 900, and the connecting rods and pistons start becoming the limiting factor. For 4-digit horsepower targets, builders move to forged pistons, stronger connecting rods, upgraded head studs, improved valve springs, and larger fuel systems. Once fully reinforced, some Godzilla engines have crossed 1,000 horsepower while remaining daily drivable. That combination is extraordinary. For years, GM's LS platform dominated performance swap conversations. The Hemi had its loyal following as well. Now the Godzilla is forcing its way into that discussion. Performance shops point to its compact dimensions, affordable entry price, broad torque curve, and excellent boost response as reasons it may eventually challenge the LS for popularity in the swap community. Complete swap kits, forged internals, aggressive camshaft profiles, CNC-ported cylinder heads, billet components, and race intake manifolds are already widely available, and the aftermarket continues expanding every single month. Supercharged Godzilla trucks have started appearing at events and drag strips, and immediately drawing attention. The torque delivery suits heavy trucks perfectly. A boosted Super Duty becomes capable of towing enormous loads, while also delivering sports car embarrassing acceleration on demand. Some owners are walking away from diesel performance builds entirely, because the gasoline Godzilla now produces comparable torque figures without the emissions complexity that modern diesel trucks carry. The sound alone is worth discussing separately. Large displacement V8s have always produced a tone that smaller engines simply cannot replicate. Add a supercharger, and the experience becomes genuinely theatrical. Deep mechanical rumble combines with aggressive blower whine, and explosive exhaust crackle during hard acceleration. Many enthusiasts say the Godzilla sounds more authentically American than any turbocharged engine currently in production. And they are not wrong. The character is raw, loud, and completely unapologetic. Pushrod architecture gives this engine another advantage that often gets overlooked. Modern dual overhead cam engines are sophisticated, but complicated. More moving parts mean more potential failure points and more difficult modifications. The Godzilla simplifies everything. Camshaft swaps are more accessible. Valvetrain upgrades are more straightforward. Performance shops appreciate how direct the modification process is compared to more complex modern engine families. Fuel system upgrades become absolutely critical once boost levels climb. Larger injectors, dual fuel pumps, upgraded fuel rails, and E85 compatibility are standard items on serious builds. E85 fuel is strongly recommended for high horsepower applications because it reduces detonation risk and keeps combustion temperatures lower. Running standard pump gasoline at aggressive boost levels against a high compression setup is a reliable way to destroy expensive hardware. Tuning quality matters more than almost any individual part upgrade. Heat management is equally important and often underestimated. Superchargers generate significant heat under sustained load. Serious builds incorporate large intercoolers, upgraded radiators, additional oil cooling, and high-flow fan setups. Thermal management separates builds that last from builds that fail at the worst possible moment. The swap community has embraced the Godzilla beyond truck applications. Classic Mustangs, Fox body builds, vintage Broncos, old F100 pickups, and purpose-built race cars are all receiving Godzilla transplants. The pushrod layout keeps dimensions manageable in engine bays, where modern overhead cam motors would struggle to fit. Drop a supercharged Godzilla into a lightweight classic Mustang, and the result is genuinely terrifying acceleration, with old-school visual character intact. Transmission selection matters enormously in these builds. The torque output at low RPM is severe enough to destroy unprepared drivetrain components quickly. Built 10R140 automatic transmissions, TH400 drag units, and heavy-duty Tremec manual gearboxes are the most common choices. Driveshafts, axles, differentials, and transfer cases all require attention when power levels reach 4-digit territory. Some builders invest as heavily in drivetrain reinforcement as they do in engine modifications. The debate between the Godzilla and Ford's own Coyote V8 continues generating serious conversation. The Coyote excels at high-revving naturally aspirated power and lives comfortably in sports car applications. The Godzilla answers with more low-end torque, simpler architecture, greater displacement, and better heavy-duty durability. Both engines are exceptional. They simply serve different purposes, and both deserve respect. The drag racing community recognized the Godzilla's potential almost immediately. Large displacement combined with a strong block and excellent airflow creates a foundation that behaves like a modernized big block drag motor. Quarter-mile times from supercharged Godzilla builds have already shocked audiences, and the platform is still relatively new. Development is accelerating rapidly. The future for this engine looks genuinely bright. As the industry moves towards smaller turbocharged motors and electrification, large naturally aspirated V8s are becoming increasingly rare. The Godzilla represents something enthusiasts deeply value: massive displacement, mechanical honesty, traditional American character, and now with a supercharger bolted on top, performance numbers that challenge much more exotic machinery. Ford accidentally created something special. The tuning community recognized it, developed it, and transformed it into a symbol of modern American horsepower culture. The supercharged Godzilla is loud, powerful, brutally torquey, and completely genuine. The revolution is only getting started.